because of your book, I'm sure you know that you know which book I'm talking about. I can't. What is it? Homeless but Human or something,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that right? Is that the title?
Yeah.
I haven't read it in a while. You said something in there, and I believe it was at the end. It might even been on one of the covers about how we're not living, we're existing.
Yeah.
You know, or we're surviving. It was something. It was existing. I think that's the word.
Yeah, there were. I heard it at least 3 times in the homeless shelter where guys, we're going through our daily stuff or whatever, and like, shit, man, we ain't living. We're just existing.
And that struck a chord with me because I was doing the same thing in a totally different place. I went homeless. I have 1 million. Maybe not 1 million. I'll try to pin the actual number instead of taking the frank exaggeration all the way up. I probably have a solid 500 people that if I called them right now and say, hey, could you be right here as soon as you can? They'd be right here as soon as they could. They wouldn't ask why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd be here already and sitting down.
Right.
And that is a huge blessing to me and a testament to my character. Because like those homeless gentlemen and women and whoever else you met there, and this goes back to the very beginning of this conversation, is that if you haven't been to the bottom, you don't know what the fuck it's like. So sorry. I didn't mean to drive an F-bomb. I was trying to avoid the F-bomb. But you don't know what it's like down there.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what it's like down there, and you end up there in a time where you can't be there,
yeah,
what then? So a lot of the junk that I went through, when I went through it when I was younger, boy, am I happy I did it. And again, it all goes back to terrible things. You know, whether self-inflicted or inflicted upon you. That when those things happen, when it's happening, you can't see it because it's like, oh my God, this is so terrible. Whatever it is, man. And after it, when you self-reflect, if you have the ability, and that's the other thing I noticed, some people do not have the ability to stop, reflect, learn, move on. Okay, now there's a process. I'm sure there's more steps in that process, but that's the basics. And when you have the ability, like you and I have, and I think that's where I noticed that we're so similar. I mean, in mind, not in physical. Jesus.
We have quite vastly different bodies.
I mean, they're close. I just have 2 of you. That's all.
Yeah.
I ate the first one. I'm looking for the second one, so you better be careful. It's a good thing you sat a couple feet away from me. I didn't eat dinner before I came on here. Well, yeah, so, like, all that said, you know, whenever, I'll get a little deep. So when my dad died, okay, dude, I was a mess. I was a wreck. I did terrible shit because I wasn't paying attention. I was like, I can't believe this happened. This is terrible. But you know what, dude? After however many years of self-destruction, and I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Hold on. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? And I took the time to look at what I was doing and why I was doing it. Where, like, it was like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Fix it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. There's one thing you got to do. Fix it. Do it. And I did it. You know, I mean, and many years later, I got cancer and I do it all over again. But you know what? Now I'm ready for it. That's why I don't care I have cancer. I'm going to live forever. No, see, get this. I'm going to live forever. Be the first guy to see, live forever. You know, that's the thing, man, is that all that shit empowers you like you've never experienced before, which is why the bottom of that barrel is so freaking important.